Hungry Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with another episode of Twinkle Twinkle. We are now on step 8, and we are working only with our low volumes. So we're having fun with this, when we're hoping that you guys are having fun with sewing along with us as well, and using up your strings and crumbs. So before we get into all sorts of things, you gotta get into that description box. Oh my gosh, there's so much information in there now, and I'm gonna be trying to quickly talk about all of it. But first, let's do our shout outs. Brendan at Mr. Quilter. Now, I found him. He's a relatively new channel, but he's very talented, and it's a lot of fun over there. So you guys might want to check him out. And then there's Jessica at Sewing on the Bluff. Now, both of these channels are going to be in our show notes below, along with a bunch of other fun stuff. So when you go check those guys out and you like what you see, hit their subscribe button and tell them that I sent you, because they don't know the shout out is coming. Our next sew along after Twinkle Twinkle is going to be Happy Scrappy Overflow, and it's just going to be using your crumbs, your larger crumbs, and of course your scrap fabric. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with this one too. That next one coming up, it's a little more relaxing, So there is a little bit of foundation paper piecing and a little bit of piecing, just regular piecing. But yeah, we're going to have some fun with that one. The Zoom sew dates are also there. It's the first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada. Now, if you're looking to help us out, making comments, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, hype. If you can hype, that would help us out so much. That's new for YouTube, but hit the bell so you don't miss content. My husband and I would love to continue bringing you fun-free patterns 3 times a week. We have like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Also, we have a Facebook group. It's warm and welcoming, and we have all sorts of fun community chats. We have all sorts of fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down. We have a virtual sewing room for the Facebook group that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's hosted by Discord, and the ladies that are sewing in there are just having a blast. It's like I walk in there and, like you virtually walk into the room, and it's like, it's party central in there, sewing party central. Now, the admins have said, please answer the questions, agree to the rules. Otherwise, they can't let you in, because we're trying to keep the spammers and scammers out of that group the best we can. And that's one of the ways that the admins have said that we can do that. Also, I speak for free to quilting guilds and quilting groups, and if you're interested in booking me for your guild or group, let me know. The About tab has my email address, and then you can also message me through the Facebook group if you're part of that community as well. I'm faster at Facebook than I am at email. Also, if you guys have shout outs and you want me to give somebody a shout out, or you find somebody that's new to the quilting, right, let me know, and I will definitely try and get out to them and give them a shout out, right? Or if you see somebody who's working hard or having fun, or we're just we're here to help out those channels, because it was really hard getting going, and it's so much fun once you do get going. Just my husband and I are very, very blessed that we have all of you watching. Also, the challenges are coming up. There's 2 collaborations are coming up. I know. One is called Quilter's Challenge, and that's with Kelly from Kelly Quilts Plus, Sam Alberts, Deb from Sewing with Debbie. We did have Laura Lynn for a while, but she had to step back for health and family issues. So we got Kelly from Silly Moon Quilting. We got Michelle from Bits and Pieces, and Future Cat from New Zealand, and myself. And we're just going to have a ball. What it is we come up with challenges, and we challenge each other, and we challenge our viewers to doing something on a topic, right? I'm so interested in seeing what everybody else is going to be doing for my challenge, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of fun things coming out of ideas coming out of the other ones' challenges as well. We're just going to have a blast doing that. Now, the other one is, if you're a beginner, it's Back to Basics. Now, that's being hosted by Donna from Handmade by Ying with Donna. Now, she's put together just a really excellent team of instructors and YouTubers, and we're going to go through all the basics, right? We're covering all the basic blocks and all the basic things that you need. So if you're a beginner, that's the perfect thing for you to watch. Or if you're somebody like me who's picked up a few bad habits along the way, it's a good thing for you to watch as well, because it will hopefully bring you back to where we should all be working. But that one's going to be a fun challenge. I've asked, Donna asked me to do 3 different videos, so I'm all excited about those as well. The next little along here after Twinkle Twinkle is done is our Happy Scrappy Overflow. So we're having so much fun with that and coming up with it. And I think we're done. Yes, come on in. We'll get to the sewing of step 8 for Twinkle Twinkle. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, and I'm just going to give this one a quick cut around. This is a 6 3/8 square, and I went from point to point on my sewing, so because that's what's going to make the block look best. And let's see, you can just cut all of these out of your newsprint or whatever, but there's a sew line and there is a seam allowance line. Now, what I recommend is if you cut on the sew line, you have to be over with your fabric more than 1/4 inch on both sides. If you go to the seam line, you just have to be over a little bit on either side, because then you'll have it working. So I'm just going to, I have a bundle here where I have everything listed out to more than 3/4 inch or 6 inches, and then another one that's under 6 inches. So that's why I have 2 bundles. So I'm just going to grab this bundle right here. Oops, gotta flip this over. And you want to pick your low volume. It's lighter than a brown paper bag. And we're just going to go just like that. There. And we're just going to go, everything's under the needle. Oops, let's move that out of the way. Get this out of the way. There we go. But I'm just using the edge of my foot on my sewing machine, right? So this now goes back into the little bin, the little guys that I cut off. There we go. Yeah. And when you have all your low volume sorted like this, you see I'm using a really pale pink. That's a low volume because it's really, really pale. And your other colors, then it's easy to go through and just, you know, trim away. You don't want a whole bunch of the same size stuff. You want to kind of make it a little bit of a variety. I do not like strings that are larger than 2 inches. I just think it doesn't look right. It's the kind of the aesthetic I'm looking for, I guess. There we go. There. Okay. And I know you're sitting there, wow, does that look dark? It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This is too short, but it's not short enough to be here. But we're going to put this right here because it's the right size and it fits. That's when you're doing strings, that's what does it fit? Do I have coverage? Is it different than the one that's beside it? Yes, it is, of course. You know, so that's the kind of thing you're looking at when you're doing spring blocks. Is it different enough from the one beside it? And yes, it is. Okay. Now I'm just gonna, I see a skinny little pink one here. Pink and white, which is kind of cute, and it's got little bunnies. And it's not going to give a lot of fabric, but that's okay. It's time for it to be used. There we go. There. Yeah, I did all 64 of these at once. I just had a field day trying to put out all sorts of craziness. Having fun with some fun fabrics, you know. It was all good. Okay, we're gonna do this, and it fits. Yay! We'll just put that under the needle. Okay. There we go. Why is that all campy wampus? Oh, it's all campy wampus. That won't do, so I'll just cut off the little bit that is all messed up. There we go. Now, let's get another fun piece. This one is going to be just lovely. Big wide piece beside that skinny piece. It's going to add a lot of variety, and not only in the size of the string, but also in the color. Because that's what you're looking for too. Lots of stuff going on with these string blocks. I made a quilt one time solely out of low volume because I had so much low volume I didn't know what to do, right? And it looked really cool, and I decided I was going to play with all sorts of texture and everything else, right? So, and here's the next piece that goes on there. Don't sit and decide too much or stress out about making decisions too much when you're doing these blocks, because all that's going to do is steal your joy. There we go. There, just like that. And I think I can move to the little pile. Yes, I can. Okay, let's get into this pile. And I'll just take the elastic off here because this is a little bit more, this is tougher to pull. Ooh, look. Ooh, here's a piece right there. That's probably big enough to go and cover. Yes, it is. So let's put that there. It's kind of a weird thing, but it'll be fine. And I've got, now, there's a school of thought that you don't put pieces right at the edge, or that are going to end up in the seam allowance. And yes, I agree with it, but I mean, if you have to, you have to. And you know, there's nothing much we can do about them except go, oh darn, I missed it. Oh well, you know. Okay, so let's do, now this one is not going to be, oh maybe, no, this one by itself isn't going to be big enough. So let's get a real skinny one of these. Yeah, get a real skinny one and throw it in there. I'll add a bit of interest, and then I can use this one here to cover the corner. There we go. There. Okay. Just fold that quick out of the way. And now, you can always tell whether you're going to have a lot of coverage or not. You're looking for 1/2 inch. So if I point this like this, I'm going to have more than 1/2 inch coverage, so I know I'm going to be I'm going to have good coverage on that side, and that's all I'm worrying about. Okay. And I think with that we are done. Woohoo! Now you notice I don't know if you've been keeping track, but on the block ones, I haven't been going around with stay stitching, so I'm just going to bundle this up. I haven't been doing the stay stitching because I'm going to do the block assembly on the next video, and it's easier not to have your stay stitching there because it makes the block easier to peel all the paper off, right? So now I'm just going to give this a quick trim. This is a 6 3/8 square. So, and all of this is pet bed. Yes, it is pet bed. There we go. Just get that all nice. We don't have to worry about what we're throwing out. This is the nice part about doing strings. You don't have to worry about what goes into the pet bed, you know, because it's all there. Okay. Last up, last side. Now, there is a seam allowance side again and a stitching side. And you want to lay your 1/4 inch line right on that stitching line. And you have a perfect 1/4 inch. So let's get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so here's the block we made, and these are other ones that we made as well. And as you can see, some of them have little bits of blue, and you know, we've got some color going in all of them, a little bit going on, right? So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a really interesting little sew along here. These come together quickly, and notice I didn't stay stitch. We're not stay stitching until we assemble a block, and that's our next video. So you guys don't have to worry too much about stay stitching these on the edges. Just keep your paper on for until next week. Okay, I think we're done. So I hope everything is going absolutely great for you in your life, and your 1/4 inch is just right on the money, and occasionally you win bob and chicken, because that's important. So stay well and take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey, and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life, and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life, and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye, and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.